Standing tall at 182 meters, people of India and the visitors alike look up to this 50-story Statue of Unity, much as they look up to the historical figure this world's tallest statue depicts. This iconic statue is a tribute to the Iron Man of India, Vallabhbhai Patel, an Indian statesman and independence activist who united all 562 independent princely states into the Union of India after the British peaced out in the 1940s. This historical and monumental value not only symbolizes the national, spiritual, historical, and academic values of India, but also is a gigantic triumph of aesthetics and engineering. What's even amazing is that it is made from melted down old farm equipment. This is to highlight the fact that farmers from all across the nation sent their old unused scrapped iron in participation to this monumental achievement. Over 100 million farmers are reported to have participated, yielding a total of 129 tons of scrap iron which were melted down to serve as the foundation of the statue. It is obvious enough that more than the tribute to the unifying contribution of Patel to the Indian unity, people, farmers specifically, have been united to offer the statue as a symbolic thanksgiving to the Indian Iron Man. Isn't it nice to realize how iconic and monumental this statue is? That more than its structural magnificence, its symbolic meaning for all India stands taller than the statue itself. What do you think? Tell us in the comment down below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to New Technology channel. This Statue of Unity has also made it to our list of the world's weirdest mega projects in the world. You may find this video in our channel. This Statue of Unity stands 182 meters tall for a specific purpose. 182 symbolize the number of seats on the Gujarati legislature, a national information the people should always remember. Even the location of the statue is symbolic since it is constructed on a river island near childhood residence of Patel. It also faces the Narmada Dam, an idea project of Patel. Since its location is 200 kilometers away from the nearest major city and is situated in a densely forested rural area, the construction needed to build a 4-lane approach food court and a 52-room streetcar hotel. It also has a museum housing over 2,000 photographs and 40,000 documents and video presentations. It even has a research center dedicated to the life and work of Patel. While you think this Statue of Unity is a trivial statue, there is actually more to it than what meets the eye. Let us now talk about how it was built. One of the celebrated Indian sculptor Ram V. Sutar was chosen to lead the team as he already had made a statue of Patel in the Ahmedabad International Airport. Since this project was enormous, he made sure to achieve the perfect likeness for this masterpiece by combining through thousands of photographs and consulting several historians. He was so keen to the details that he made models of the statue, first 3 feet high, then 18 feet high, and last was 30 feet tall. The finished clay model then underwent meticulous 3D scanning. As for the funds, it is likely to be described as a unity funding since it came from a variety of sources. Aside from the fund from the Gujarat government, most funds came from private donations. They even sponsored a fun run marathon to sustain the total cost of about $400 million. New York's Michael Graves Architecture and Design was hired to oversee the whole project, along with Singapore's Main Hardy Group and India's Larsen & Toubro. Approximately 4,076 laborers worked with 250 engineers for 57 months on the project. Work began on the 31st of October 2013, what would have been Patel's 138th birthday. The hill on which the statue stands was flattened from 70 meters to just 55 meters, so as to lay the firm foundation of the statue. Talking about foundation, engineers struggled with the statue's slenderness ratio. Ideally, tall structures should be more slender at the top than the bottom, but the design of the statue is set otherwise since it is clearly narrower at the base. obvious as the feet of Patel. Moreover, the statue's thrusting progressive stance meant that those dainty sandaled feet should be 6.5 meters apart. Engineers decided to create two separate concrete cores. These cores incorporate around 210,000 cubic meters of cement and concrete, 6,500 tons of structural steel, and 18,500 tons of reinforced steel. As if the construction problems never end, Gujarat's hot climate challenged the concrete pour team as they needed to use chiller systems to keep the all-important coarse aggregate element of the concrete cool enough to set evenly. Light shafts are then concealed within each core for ferrying tourists up to the observation gallery, where 200 sightseers can view the Narmada Dam and acres of manicured grounds. This can be viewed through the strategically concealed rips in Patel's dhoti. Further up, the cores are twin 250-ton tune mass dampers. Since the statue is situated in an area prone to earthquakes, these dampers can ensure that the statue can withstand quakes up to 6.5 on the Richter scale to a depth of 10 kilometers and a radius of 12 kilometers away. The concrete cores are also cantilevered with a steel space frame designed on CAD software. Bronze-clad panels are bolted to this frame so the panels overlap slightly. This allows the structure to move about in high winds of up to 180 kilometers per hour, thus preventing the stress throughout the structure. Each panel isn't just an ordinary panel, as each requires a clever tagging and numbering system to avoid confusion and delay on site. The building phase took 33 months, by which point the statue was visible from 7 kilometers away. The building phase does not only include the statue, but also the food court, 3-star hotel, and the museum. With its enormous features, many tourists have visited the statue. In fact, over 128,000 tourists visited the site within 11 days of the unveiling, supposedly Patel's 143rd birthday. This outnumbered the history of the Statue of Liberty's visitors. The total number of visitors currently stands at around 6 million to date. Over the years, the color of the statue turns green due to the composition of its metal. Regardless, its color does not degrade its magnificent value, since locals since time immemorial have been centering festivals around the giant statue, while others argue that the money spent on the construction of the statue could have been spent addressing local poverty. One cannot deny the fact that this statue stands as one of the pride of India, one thing that reminds the local of their unified history. This serves way taller than its majestic engineering. Don't you agree? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.